Hi, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to share 3 career tips for foreigners in USA. The reason I have for foreigners in USA is that I'm not a US citizen yet. So I want to share these career tips that's more geared towards people like me. I was watching the 37 tips for junior developers by Zhang Alen, his YouTube video. These 37 tips are very helpful to me, and I've learned a lot. But I think there are 3 main tips that I could resonate more. So that's why I want to share it with you. Let's see the first one next. Tip number 1, portfolio website. So you gotta have a website of your own in order to showcase your work. Of course, these days social media like YouTube or Facebook, Instagram, or whatever social network, they're very popular, but still you have to have your own website because you have 100% control with your website. You don't have any control with social networks. For example, the YouTube, they have ad apocalypse. That's what I heard this year. And Facebook, they can turn off your reach to other people. So you have this huge risk of the marketing risk. So that's why you gotta have your own portfolio website, so you can do whatever you want with your website, and then you can show the best part of yourself with your website. Tip number 2, find the right fit. This means that you gotta find the right company to work for, rather than just work for the company that pays you the biggest amount of money. Because in the long term, the better you work at your job, you'll get more money. So lesser pay may be right because eventually it will outpace in the long run. With a job that you love to do, then you're going to produce more, and eventually your boss will offer you much better salary, and you're on a trajectory that will propel your career much higher than working at a boring or a job that has no future. Tip number 3, learn to communicate better. This is universally important for any kind of career in the United States here, especially for foreigners, because a lot of foreigners, for example, like me, our English is not our first language, so we don't speak fluent English. Even though I want to speak fluent English, I can write pretty good English, but anyhow, English is not my mother tongue, so I have to practice my English speaking, writing, reading skill sets. These are all communication skill sets. So try to learn to communicate better. If you can use English to break down complex problems and use layman terms, which means use the sentences or paragraphs or whatever you say, that is equivalent to, say, students in their 3rd grade students, like elementary school students. If they can understand, then you did a good job for explaining the problem. So use layman terms to explain to non-engineers. That will make you so valuable to your company. because people will understand your viewpoint, and then they can appreciate more what you have done, and also how important your work is. So that way you gain more opportunity in your company by communicating better. And I would also suggest that if possible, you can do a YouTube channel, or you can do a podcast that will practice your speaking ability, so your speaking skill set. And I have a bonus tip here, which actually Zhang Alen mentioned. You're not too old. So what he means is that you're not too old to do anything. For example, he meant that people, they're not too old to find a developer job. Like if you're in the 30s or 40s, you can still learn programming and then eventually find a developer job. And this applies to other career as well. Like you're not too old to run your own business, or you're not too old to learn online marketing, for example. So some of his tips are very motivational. That's why I like that video a lot, and I shared this 3 tips plus this bonus tip here, and hopefully we can all improve daily. So that's why I'm doing the daily video here, and hopefully I'm going to be better at speaking English. So if you have any question, comment below or send to my email jc@advancedj.com. I'll add your question to the queue and then I'll answer accordingly. Thanks. I'll see you in the next video, which means I'll see you tomorrow.